Welcome back to the Hez Project. I'm John Rodolaza, and we're going to be continuing on with our Zack Snyder marathon of movie reviews. And now we got Dawn of the Dead. Let's talk about it, guys. Now, I first saw Dawn of the Dead a few years ago, and this was around the time where I was like kind of pretty invested in The Walking Dead, so naturally I'm just into everything that's zombie related, apocalypse related. Though I didn't watch all the shows like the 100 or I Zombie, Z Nation. Nah, I only stuck to Walking Dead. The movies is where I actually tried to explore and look for cool, interesting stories within that subgenre that is the zombies. I love 300. Watchmen is really cool. Man of Steel is one of my favorite superhero films. So naturally, I'm like, all right, I'll give Dawn of the Dead a shot. I'm not gonna give a whole in-depth look at Dawn of the Dead because, to be honest, it's kind of basic to me. This is very early Zack Snyder. This is before 300, before Watchmen, all of that. This is from 2004. Early days Zack Snyder. This is baby Snyder right here. And I think there was a lot to learn from this film because it's just, it feels low budget in my opinion, and that doesn't mean it's a terrible movie right off rip, but I just wasn't super invested in any of the characters. It's kind of annoying when you try to find something interesting and try to invest yourself into the characters, and then during the credits, not even the end scene of the movie, but during the words and the names of the people who worked on this movie coming up on screen, everybody is getting eaten alive by zombies because they got on a boat, went to a different island. The second they got off the boat, they got eaten alive. I don't know. It just wasn't for me. It felt kind of cheapened at the end. However, I will say, when they're in the mall, surviving and rationing all the food and whatnot that they had, rationing all the space, bringing in some new people, some new survivors. That was some really entertaining survival scenes, like some of the best I've seen in Walking Dead, just in a condensed hour, 50-minute movie. It was interesting to see the types of activities that some of them did just to keep them going, keep their sanity at a steady level, I thought Sarah Polley did a nice job. She's the one that you kind of follow and see the movie through her eyes as the outbreak starts. Her husband tries to attack her after he gets bitten by their daughter, and she just escapes. I don't think she kills any of the two, but it's just a sad sequence of events that occurs. Always heartbreaking when we see these types of things happen in the beginning of an apocalyptic story. It does kind of suck when you see some people's loved ones who they swore up and down to protect them, now they're turned. They don't necessarily, there's not a switch that flips up in their head and goes, oh, I have to kill them now because they're turning into one of them. No, there's this couple of a Russian lady and an African guy. He doesn't want to kill his wife while she's giving birth. Even though she's been bitten, she's sweating, she's pretty much dying and turning into one of these things, and he's refusing to kill her. He's just trying to get his baby to be delivered into the world, and then his baby is one of those things. So you can just blindly look at some of these decisions made in these worlds of the apocalypse and say that they're stupid, and yeah, that guy's stupid for doing that. He should have been smarter. He should have known better because he put his life in danger. He put his whole crew's life in danger, but you can kind of relate. That's the best thing about these apocalypse zombie stories. You can go and be a little irrational with your decision makings while still making it compelling for the audience and not, crap on it, being like, oh, you're stupid. This is stupid. Again, I just think a lot of these things were done better in The Walking Dead, and granted, that's a little unfair because The Walking Dead's a series. It has hours upon hours of development, whereas this movie is not even 2 hours long. I think it managed to do things of the zombie genre correctly. It's just, I wasn't overly impressed with it. Ving Rhames, no matter how good he is in this movie, I cannot take him seriously after the second half of I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. I thought the cast was good, music was pretty decent, but I don't know, this movie just lacked in something. And everything just gets cheapened, in my opinion, towards the end credits when everyone's just dying. I didn't like it. I didn't like that. I didn't appreciate that. That could have been the actual ending of the movie, and then they just cut to credits. I don't know, just the way they did it didn't sit well with me. I'm hearing rumors that this new Zack Snyder film that's coming to Netflix called Army of the Dead could potentially be a sequel. It's not confirmed, but it could be a sequel to Dawn of the Dead. Just with different characters, of course, because everyone's dead. But I'm excited for it. It looks to be more of an action-type movie set in the post-apocalyptic zombie-infested world. And I'm excited for that. I think that movie's going to hit home with me more than this one. And if it doesn't, that's going to be very disappointing. But guys, let me know down below in the comments, what did you think of Dawn of the Dead? Have you seen it? Have you seen any of the original ones? I know this is a remake of one of the Dead movies, because I know it starts with Night of the Living Dead and then Dawn of the Dead, and there's just a bunch of them. There's like 8 or something of them. I don't know. I've never seen any of the old ones, but let me know if you want me to watch any of those. I've never seen them. So subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, be sure to stick around because there's always more to come.